Welcome back to the Monkey Apocalypse. This is episode 26. Mike and I were talking. I'm sorry, Trex and I were just talking before we did this. We've actually been doing these for a year now,
That's right.
so it's pretty crazy. So we're coming to you from Monkey Alley, where we're going to be doing Halloween Comic Fest this coming weekend. We're going to be at 4711 Forest Drive, or right beside Bilo Shopping Center in Cardinal Newman.
And you can, of course, find News of the Apocalypse over in the description below at the Facebook, the Twitter, and, of course, the YouTube channel, because you know you love watching the YouTube channel. It's so much good.
Please visit our website for all the details for Halloween Comic Fest, and we've got a short video that you can also watch about all the guests and artists.
That's right. The annotation will be somewhere around. Maybe I'll put it here, because you know that's where everything. So click here to go to the separate video. But, of course, you can do that in the outro at the end of the video so you don't miss all the good stuff that we're about to talk about now.
Here we go. All right, so for notables, wait a minute. Before we start our notables, you realize we're 9 weeks away from Christmas?
You keep saying that.
I know. I just want everybody to know. I mean, we hit November 1st. It's going to be on. So
Can we get to Thanksgiving first?
One of the notables that I just want to call out for this week is we do carry board games, card games, T-shirts, music, and movies. So, you know, if you're looking for Christmas ideas, I set up a nice little display here of some Walking Dead stuff that's coming out. So,
because nothing says Merry Christmas like some zombies.
exactly. All right, so our second notable is Predator Fire and Stone. Also says Christmas.
Yeah, it does. Because nothing says Christmas like an alien that almost killed Arnold.
That's right. So we've got it's not really a crossover, but this Fire and Stone.
It's a crossover. This is like I'm totally classifying this as a crossover.
So start off with Prometheus is the first part of this.
Yep.
With Fire and Stone, and it's also an Aliens. It's an Aliens versus Predator. It's in
Predator.
So you got like 4 different books, or is it 5? Mess it up.
I think there's 5. It's crossing over between a lot.
So one of the things, you know, Dark Horse lost Star Wars license, so you know, you can see there's no more Star Wars books coming out. So one of the things they really went back and have done is they've revamped their Predator and Alien line. So you're going to see a lot more Predator and Alien coming out over the next 6 months to a year to kind of offset some of that loss. But this is kind of their first storyline, and it's I've read the Prometheus, and it's fantastic.
When you read the Prometheus, which was kind of the first book for this complete crossover, it bridges the gap between the end of number 1, end of the first movie, and then Ridley Scott's second movie that he's going to be coming out with. Yeah. So this is like that bridge gap because we see the aliens are actually on this planet. And now it's going to cross over into Predator. It's going to cross into Alien versus Predator. It's going to cross into Prometheus. It's like we're getting every shot of our favorite aliens in the horror sci-fi genre rolled into one gigantic event of crossover comics.
Yeah, it's just kind of filling in everything that happened before the first Alien movie. That's what
we're
getting there, how that all come to fruition. So pretty excited about it. But that's it for the notables for this week. Let's go to the top 5. All right, so coming in at number 5 this week.
I do hand things.
I thought you were telling me to stop.
No, I was doing hand things.
Hammer time.
I did not go to the fair.
Okay. So coming at number 5 this week is Lazarus number 12. One of the things I'll say is I don't think we've given enough nods to indies lately. So this is an Image comic that's been going on
It's
for a
not your
while.
fault.
No, I mean, it's, you know.
It's ours because we look at the list and we just pick and choose like, no.
But the good thing about this book, it's got a pretty rich source material. It's always post-apocalyptic.
Of course.
That's kind of the basic, right? So you've got all these different factions that have split off. So you've got basically each one of the factions has a Lazarus-type character. And where it is that the one in the book, she can't be killed. You know, she can regenerate, and she is the enforcer for this family. So you see a lot of posturing and a lot of things. So you've actually in this issue, you've got one faction trying to take out another. It's pretty interesting. It's a bit of a slow burn, to be honest with you. When you read the beginning of the series, it does read better in trade. And the good thing, the Image does a really good job with their first 5-issue trades, which are $9.99. So that's something we keep in the store. So this is a definite recommend that we don't talk enough about. But if you're looking for an indie book, you're 12 issues in, you're not that deep, but it's a great read.
It is. My indie's Valiant, but I miss Image. I miss it.
All right, so going on number 4. All right, so I'm a little bit partial to Walking Dead. I don't know if you can tell. So we're up to issue 133. So I'm going to do a little bit of spoilers, so if you got to fast forward or skip over this part, I'll give you a second. Okay, so if you've not been reading, or if you've been reading, then you know that a few issues ago, you had one of the survivors think that they hear the walkers talking, which is probably one of the creepiest developments in zombies ever. I tell you, I was reading it one night, and I'm telling you, my blood run cold. I mean, that's creepy that the zombies are trying to communicate with each other. It's kind of like, what's the third Romero movie that came out after Dawn of the Dead, the newer ones? Anyway, the zombies kind of started communicating. I'm sorry, that's something else I got to be careful on. Did you know in Walking Dead they never refer to the walkers as zombies?
They always,
So
I never think they've actually used the Z word before.
Nope. I read an article that Kirkman basically said that the universe that they're in with Walking Dead never had the zombie genre. That never watched zombie movies. Thank you. They never had George Romero making zombie movies, so they've never seen that term. That's why they didn't know the rules in the beginning.
Did they never see like 28 days later, 28 weeks later? Nope. Like did the whole, what kind of world do they live in?
There was no zombie movies. So anyway, so the last issue you see basically you've got a group of people that are wearing zombie body parts on them to disguise themselves as zombies. So that's where we're at leading up to this issue.
Because that's what sane people do.
Yeah. Well, you got a bunch of undead walking around. You do some crazy things.
Yeah, if it looks like a fox and smells like a fox, it's a fox.
But, I mean, this is a great jumping on point. I mean, even if you're not reading and you want to catch up, I think we're 6 issues into this story arc where we're 2 years ahead after All Out War. And we have all those issues. So,
yep. This is actually starting the Impending Doom series, the little volume trade. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay, good deal. All right, what's next?
Number 3.
All right, so coming at number 3 is Amazing Spider-Man number 8.
It's a neat cover.
That's a pretty neat cover. I like that.
You don't know what the cover looks like. I do.
I looked it up. In the air right there. I see it. So, this is the last issue of Edge of Spider-Verse.
Finally.
Finally.
Not finally, but yay!
This is one of those things like, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, here's another cash grab. They got to go put out extra books to get you to buy or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, almost every one of these books have been fantastic.
They have.
You've got the introduction of the Gwen Stacy Spider-Man.
Love her.
You've got the, I like the mech Spider-Man that came out last week. I liked her whole story. That was really neat. So I've enjoyed each one of those characters. The noir Batman or noir Superman was Spider-Man. Didn't really care as much for that one, but
that was my Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Noir is my Spider-Man.
Okay,
I just like the realistic gun shooter, dark Casablanca style to it.
So in this issue, we've got yet another Spider getting introduced, and then we've got another backstory with Miss Marvel and Spider-Man team up. I don't know that I really cared for that as much. I didn't like stretchy Miss Marvel.
I don't like Elastigirl either.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at. But anyway, this issue, then next week, we're starting Spider-Verse. I'm loving Spider-Ham too, by the way.
Wait, he made an appearance?
Have you not been reading them?
Have you seen my pile back there? Have you seen it?
Yeah. Peter Porker. I love it. All right. Number 2. All right, so coming at number 2 is Multiversity the Just number 1. So I know this is a little confusing because when I first saw Multiversity being solicited, I thought it was going to be like a 8-part miniseries 1 through 8, but it's actually a bunch of number 1s in a row. So, and it's something else that's cool. If you'll notice on the left-hand side of the front cover, you got 0 through 51. and then whichever one is actually in white is which Earth that story's about, which is kind of cool. So this is Earth 16,
AKA Earth Me. Selfie pose.
So if you can see from the cover there, it kind of looks like a tabloid or something.
Yeah, that's basically it. So the story behind Multiversity, The Just, is on this Earth, all the superheroes that we all know kind of did all the job for it. And we're now looking at the offspring of all the superheroes. Chris Kent, Damian Wayne, Alexis Luthor, Donna Troy, all these other superheroes. And they're not even superheroes. They're actually superstars. They are treated more as celebrities than actually superheroes. But that's actually going to change because a threat comes in, like everything happens.
So I don't know that I like that Alexis is bald. I got it, Lex Luthor's daughter, but okay. Anyway.
Hey, the Sinead O'Connor look is coming back.
Okay, I got you. So also read today that DC may be doing something. They're telling everybody to wrap up their storylines because of Band-Aid's coming. Is Multiversity going to do something that kind of change the continuity also? Or
I don't know. I mean, The Just is actually being written by Grant Morrison, so you know how Grant will do his own thing, and he will cause disruption.
You think he just decided, I'm not going to call this one Crisis? Is that what it was?
I will be okay with that.
All right. Let's see. Number 1.
So coming in at number 1 is a DC number 1, which is not a thing, but we'll try and make it a thing.
It's number 1. I mean.
Yeah, but you know, like when you say like an Image number 1, it's like, wow. Then DC number 1 is like, wow. Why?
There's a new Image number 1 every single week.
There is.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
But our number 1 pick of the week comes from DC, and it is Deathstroke number 1. We get to hear the nice little story of Slade Wilson. Now, in the Flashpoint series, when Flashpoint was going on, Deathstroke had his own little story in there as well about him being a pirate. I absolutely loved Deathstroke the pirate. And
like an R pirate or like a Somali pirate?
He looked like an R pirate, but he acted like a Somalian.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
So with Deathstroke number 1, this is being written and drawn by Tony S. Daniel. He was actually the artist for Superman and Wonder Woman when it kicked off during its own little storyline. So you've already seen his art. He's bringing his art here. He was posting all these nice little teasers on his Twitter. They've all been amazing. So I'm really excited to read this book because we actually get to take a look in the life of Slade Wilson. Not more or less a backstory, but the man that he is and what threat he's actually going to be. Now, and people asked, like, is this going to be like a little Slade Wilson, the anti-hero? No. This is Slade Wilson, the villain, Slade Wilson, the assassin. So we are going to see some bad, bad stuff from a bad, bad man.
So he's still the mercenary.
Yeah.
You just whatever you can pay him to do.
Yep.
I'll tell you, one of the things that I get a lot of customers looking for is back issues of anything that had Deathstroke in it, and they're pretty hard to come by.
Yes, they are.
I mean, he's kind of that under the radar popular character. So glad he's finally getting his own book.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the Killer Croc issues.
Yeah.
Would love a Killer Croc comic line, you know.
Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Seriously?
There's Clarion the Witch Boy. I can get a Killer Croc.
That's fair. Who knows? We get this Band-Aid next year. I guess we'll see.
We will see. Reboot.
So Trex did a great job this week. Appreciate you doing the video with us. So,
no problem. Mainly because two people are one's actually doing schoolwork. The other one's at work. He's at home actually watching videos, but it's work videos. It's work videos. I can't really hate him on it too much.
We miss you, Showtime. Come back. So we'll see you here Saturday from 10 to 5. A lot of great books coming out this week, and we're only 9 weeks from Christmas.
Don't put a number behind it.
9 weeks.
I want to at least get to Thanksgiving before I start thinking of Christmas.
9 weeks. So, well, we'll see you guys next week. Monkey Apocalypse out.
Hit the box.
You didn't do the...
Hit the box. I did the box. Hit the box. Hit here for the video for the Halloween Comic Fest this Saturday. Hit that.
Oh.